Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steve. Welcome to my channel. I sit around listening to YouTube all day. People talking, talks, political, news, internet news type podcasts, things like that all day. And it's on things that I love to share my thoughts and opinions on. But since not many people listen to the same thing I do, I figured I'm going to use this platform to share some of the things that I share and my opinion along with it. 30 years old, from Long Island, born in Georgia, but only lived there for like 2 years of my life. Then moved up here, lived here for a significant part of my life. One child, new, 2 months old. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. Love it. Not that super duper change that everybody's like, oh, you're going to be a parent, everything's going to change. Like, nah, more so just the mindset and thought process where a child is factored into everything that you think about. But still a pretty awesome experience so far. Engaged to a beautiful lady, Daniela. You'll eventually see her. I'll probably end up throwing her in either some videos talking or vlogs, that if I mix in vlogs or anything like that. For the most part, I'm going to use the channel to just talk, though, because I like to talk. So you got things like Facebook Live now and IG Live, which IG is kind of whack because you can't save it, so what's the point? But Facebook Live is cool because, yes, you're going live, you're talking, there's no editing, there's no nothing to it, it's raw, but at the very least you get to watch it afterwards. But I enjoy talking and sharing my opinions, so I figured why not just start actually using my own YouTube channel. I have my own to watch other people's stuff so I can save it, so why not just add my own content so I can interact more with people. So I figured I will be on here to share my thoughts and opinions on things, between political or ideas that I find interesting that I might have a different perspective on or a different take on that other people haven't heard before. I like having my thoughts and opinions challenged, so I'm more than welcome to feedback and commentary on things that I do post. I actually look for that and look forward to that, more so people who disagree with me than agree, but I still like to hear from both sides. I do my best to try and not overly bias my opinion. I know that I come into everything with a bias as is, but I try and see everything from both sides, hear out both sides of arguments. I may not necessarily agree with you, but I will do my best to hear you out. I have a very random sarcasm, so that'll probably come through in my videos and how I speak and talk, but I look forward to sharing videos with you in general, not more, but sharing videos in general. I hope that you subscribe. I will leave my information in the description box on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. And I would say Snapchat, but I don't really snap nothing but my baby, so y'all ain't getting that. But 30 years old, from Long Island. I work for the Department of Social Services. I do that during the day. I've been doing that for 8 years, going on 8 years. Definitely riding it out for another 3 before I even think of trying to move or anything like that. I worked in retail. Well, first I worked as a case manager when I got out of college. Graduated in 2008 with a psych degree from Mount St. Mary College up in Newburgh, New York. And started working as a case manager in homeless shelters for a company that had, for an organization that runs homeless shelters. They were kind of small at the time, but a lady that I had gone to church with worked for them, told me that they were looking for people and that I fit the credentials with the degree that I had. So hopped on, worked there for almost a year before I got hired to the Department of Social Services. My mom works for them. Didn't get in through her though. Took a civil service test, passed the test, got called. Had some experience from stuff that I did in the summer, so it helped. That I did for a few summers while I was in school, working as a temp with them. So I think that helped, but got on with that in 2009 and have been doing that ever since. Worked retail for a couple years as a second job, and then the second company that I worked for, Metro Park, went out of business, so That got me out of retail life, got into working with people with disabilities, worked with a dude with Down syndrome for a couple of years. Awesome experience. I learned a lot, and I got to test myself and grow a lot, which was fun. Started doing that when I also started going through a bit of a change when it comes to my mentality a little bit. I was always kind of the same way that I am now, but it kind of escalated during that time. But worked with him for 3 years or so. During that time period, went from living with a girl to living on my own to moving back to parents' house to meeting my new girl, moving in, and right before moving in with her, kind of like not long before that is when I stopped working with him. It got to be a little bit too much. Work for social services, I had that patience there, and then to go work with a guy with Down syndrome who was progressively getting worse with his behavior, I just didn't have the patience for it anymore. It's becoming more of work than wanting to help him anymore, and I don't really want to do that. So I took advantage of, or took that time to just say, let me take advantage of using this time for myself. Still ended up with another job as a house monitor, but that's easy work, so I didn't care. Then moved in with my girl, so I still needed the money. But yeah, so at the moment now, I just work for the Department of Social Services and as a house monitor. Not really using the degree, besides the fact that the degree got me into taking the civil service test. But I would like to go back to school one day. I don't really care for paying, but if I can go back for something like counseling or marriage counseling or couples therapy or therapy of some sort, that would be pretty cool. But for now, I'll just use YouTube to talk, share my thoughts and opinions, and even see if that would be a route that I don't care what y'all think, but just to practice in a sense, in some way, shape, or form. That'll be some of the videos that I share at the least, I think. But other than that, just wanted to welcome y'all to my channel. I look forward to sharing videos with you guys and hearing feedback, your thoughts and opinions on things. I will be doing a mixture of YouTube clips that I watch, stuff, topics and ideas like karma and religion and this whole live your best life now type thing, like all that. Politics a little bit. I don't know much, so I'll share my thoughts and opinions on in the best way that I can, but we'll see. Again, I will leave my contact information in the description box, and I hope that you subscribe and enjoy. I will try and get on some type of a weekly schedule with posting, whether of something of some sort, and continue to bring you guys content. Hope you enjoy. Peace.